Welcome to Q&A Selling Online, with answers to questions about creating an online empire, promoting products, or building a brand. Your host, private label and e-commerce entrepreneur, Quinn Amorm.
Quinn here. I have a little bit of a cold, so my voice may sound a little bit different. It is me, though. But I have a question today. Before I get to the question, I want to ask you, have you guys ever did brand registry for a product that already exists on Amazon, that you own the product, but you did not create the listing? So this has happened to me several times, not because I have several products that I brand registered too late, but because I deal with customers on the agency side that were selling in retail. They were in Walmart, they were at Canadian Tire, they were at Target, whatever, on the shelf. And at some point, somebody else created the listing on Amazon. And now that they want to sell their own product on Amazon, because things are not like they used to be 5 years ago, 10 years ago, people want to sell online themselves. And they come to me, and when we go to do the brand registry, because these companies most of the times already have a trademark, and we get the brand registry approved. And even though we are approved, we cannot change some of the listings because they contain what Amazon considers a retail contribution, meaning there's more than one seller or stuff like that. Now, the response that you're going to get from support, if you're trying to do that, if you have done that in the past, you know how frustrating it could be. If you have one SKU, that's fine. I mean, you can manually open a support case and get somebody to approve it and change it for you. Bullet points in the listing the title, the images, do them one at a time. Now, if you have a few hundred or thousand SKUs, you don't want to go do that one by one and open a support case for all of that. So basically, contact Brand Registry, and they try to help as much as they can, but also Brand Registry also copies and pastes some of the answers. So for 2 weeks probably, it was a little bit frustrating trying to remove some of the descriptions that were incorrect with wrong colors and all that kind of stuff. And finally today, one of the brand registry agents said, send me all the listings and I will do it. And they went and they actually changed, because you become the brand owner of anything that has your brand name spelled correctly, of course, but what already exists may not be captured. Some of the times, some SKUs do get captured, and it shows that you are the brand registered owner. Some other times, that doesn't happen, so it's so frustrating. So, because I had a little bit of a break today, I decided to download some podcasts and start listening. One of the podcasts is an Amazon podcast. It's the Actualize Freedom podcast. The reason why I listen to the Actualize Freedom podcast is, there's a couple of reasons. One is because Danny is a cool fella. Danny Carlson is the host of the podcast. He has been here on this show. I've been to his show as well. And one of the things that I really like is the fact that Danny knows what he's talking about. He's very well spoken as well. He has about 72, 73 podcasts at the time of this recording. I've heard about 68 of them. 68 of them, that means I'm on episode 69, because episode number 67 was my own, and I didn't listen to that one because I guess I already know my own. I already know my own story, my own content. So there's one thing, if you want to hear me again, go to the Actualize Freedom podcast, check out episode 67. And if you like that one, you're going to love the rest. All right, let's get to Ricky's question. And Ricky's question was about Amazon as a seller. Sometimes when you are selling on Amazon and Amazon has the buy box, they can lower and lower until it looks like there's no profit to be made. How can they do that? That's a good question. There's a couple answers to that. One of them is because they can. Two of them is because they have the margin to do so. They get that from a vendor. Talking about vendor, here's the third option is, for example, Amazon as a vendor. I have a few products under Vendor Central. So every time I go to Vendor Central and I log in, the main screen is, of course, completely I was going to say completely empty. It's not completely empty. It has when I log in, for example, I have messages from my business advisor. Right now, there's 2 messages from my business advisor that say, Amazon, review funding requests. Basically, Amazon is asking me for funds to fund amounts of products that they want to sell at a lower price to be competitive. Actually, I can read it. Amazon goal is to provide customers with the broadest possible selection at competitive prices. When a product's cost to Amazon does not allow for competitive retail pricing, we may request funding from you, which is deducted from your payments. So basically, what happens is some of the vendors are paying for those discounts. People like me, when Amazon decides to do a sale, when they decide to lower the price so they can get the buy box, people like me are paying for that. For example, I have 2 funding requests as we speak. One of them is for $120, $121. The other one is for $1,200. And these are discounts that they have created. They have lowered the price. So not only they are breaking sometimes the minimum sell price that we requested them to not go below, but not only they break that, but when they do, they take money from my account to fund their discounts. So how cool is that? So those are some of the ways right there that you heard that it is possible for Amazon to give out those discounts. There you go. I just got super excited, so that I even unplugged the microphone. So guys, remember, start grateful, stay positive, and always profit, even if Amazon is taking some from you.